Hello, I'm back. It's Dishonored time, and that took a little bit longer than I expected, changing games, because on YouTube, that is a bit of a bitch. In Twitch, it's easy to do, to change the category. In YouTube, you pretty much need to recreate the whole stream session from scratch. New link and all. So YouTube has better tools for viewers, but for streamers, Twitch is easy to set up. Usually nobody watches from YouTube, but I like to keep that option up, because it's not that much trouble. But yeah, this was my second session of the 2012 classic stealth RPG, Dishonored. And I thought, while I was setting up the stream, or the second half of this stream after Zelda, that I said once, while I was playing Castlevania, I think, that like around 2013 was the dark age of video games. But it was in some ways kind of an exciting time. Like I think games were experimenting with more free-form type of design after the hardware became more powerful and the developers got used to it. And I think games like Dishonored are a sign of that. Like sort of a middle point between console and PC games. I would put the BioShock series in the same like middle point. And it might be BioShock Infinite that soured 2012 so much for me, 2013. But it is kind of like the breaking point when video games started getting mainstream in the way they are nowadays. But I can't deny that now might not be a great time for video games in some ways, because especially American, I would say, like setup of video game production is kind of collapsing. And it was a question of time. It was clear for a long time that games like, companies like Microsoft just kept buying studios blindly, wishing for a surprise hit that would make all it worth it. And when they don't get it, they just fire everybody and try again. Like that is simply not sustainable in the long run. But now's the part where, combined with lack of RAM memory in circulation and other production difficulties, I think the gambling money is leaving that side of the industry, and it's a massacre. And other side of hello Nex. Other side of the possible dark age of video games we are now having is all the remakes and remasters. Like what we discussed earlier today, Ocarina of Time just coming instead of a new Zelda game. Like if games were faster to develop, we would get a new Zelda game, not a repeat of a 30-year-old one. I talked last time about the Microsoft massacre possibly having Arcane as its victim, which would be very, very sad. I've already played on stream one game that became victim of that, Hi-Fi Rush. And yeah, I've heard that Arcane might be on the chopping block too. And this really brings to fruit all the fake talk from Microsoft about them caring about video games in any shape or form. Like for Microsoft, anything that isn't Windows or Word is just a side gig. And it's gonna get treated accordingly. Oh, I started playing with the controller in hand. Like, without even thinking, because I played Zelda previously. Maybe I'll try what this feels like to play with the controller. This is my excuse to play with the controller for a bit. I've said many times that controller is the #1 way to play video games for me. But being a first-person game makes it kind of complicated. Like, when it's a first-person game, it's like hell for hell which one I pick. I think this game is made for consoles first, maybe. Or optimized for consoles, because they were and maybe still are like a bigger market. Glass. Rat. Lamp. Where's Rags? Where's my granny? Why is Cora turning slowly? And, oh, leaning is... This feels slower than on... I'm gonna compare. Yeah, like leaning with the controller. This is the max speed you can do it at. But on the keyboard, you can go side to side, like, instantly. That's a very strange limitation. I take back of this game being optimized for consoles. Maybe that's not true at all. Another question. What is the button to which items? Okay, it's arrows, the standard.
The doom of Pandasia has come to the sea.
I don't know what Pandasia is. Oh, there's one rune I saw earlier. But how the hell do you get there? Maybe from there. I have to say, it feels kinda comfy to play with the controller. Roll wheel? No, not one on my PS5 controller. Three boys. I'll kill the rat plague. I might. R3 is zoom. L3 is run, very standard. But yeah, arrows are the items. Or the equipment. Do I need to go from up there to get to the rune there? Is this like a different level altogether? It is a different level. Or like a loading area. Like compared to now, like modern standards, the RAM memory on something like PS3, I'm pretty sure this game came out on PS3, was like laughably low. So even freeform games had to have a lot of loading screens. And as we discussed before, I think that is part of what ruined the production of BioShock Infinite. How can I handle more than 4 items like the PC? I do not know. But these are all the items I want. It has to be something where you can... Oh, here's the wheel also. So pressing L1 brings up the wheel, and then you can pick anything. But I wonder if the same ones, like what if I want to use dark vision? Oh, you pick the item and then you push the button, so you can only have 4 things at the same time. That's a little bit limiting. I'm gonna put blink on down and dark vision on right. Yes, dark vision. You can see the rats better than usual. I'm still truly bothered by that rune there. Maybe I need to give it up and just go. There definitely is many things you can.
Attention, Dunwall
Oh, bone
citizens.
charm there too.
Report all deceased family members to the local dead counter. Unreported deaths are a punishable offense.
I made my way all the way back to the map. Ah! Nobody's here. I don't even know what button to use to choke the guards. Or to crouch.
The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district went down.
Please give me a minute. I think this will be a nice way to play, but it will take me a minute more to figure out the controls. Just one guard here, I think. And it will gracefully, hopefully, show me what to push. then X to carry. See. Not too difficult.
I'll find you, got you now. Get around him.
How could they see me? That's impossible.
Dump you in the river. Take it.
After blood, dead from the plague.
Better them than us. At least some of them had money.
Okay, did I lose them by doing that? Oh, they're still looking for me, I guess.
Yeah.
And the sick ones go into cages and off to the flooded district. Couple of
Oh, I'm pretty low in health.
can't take chances. Save and look a little green around the gills. So off they go.
That's not the way to get there. There's a lot of guards kinda nearby. My blink just doesn't reach high enough. Oh, that might be useful. Is this even the right way to get here? I'm gonna make it the right way. Oh, it's all worth for the rat skewers. Here's a charm. Let's see what I got. Welcoming host. You can possess white rats for longer. Wait, why do I have space for 9? Well, I guess I shouldn't complain. I'm just gonna put on all kinds of things. Yeah, I think these are the sneaking ones. But if anybody knows that there's something like some free bonus I didn't agree to, which gives me so much charm pace, please tell. Or is it something that I should have? Darren and Gwen. Is this Darren? Excerpt from a longer work translated from Old Sir Conan by Anisamatio of Sir Conus. And it's death in the month of songs. She was shy in the month of hearts, hiding from my scented letters, a sun-dropped cure for my loneliness. She was smiling in the month of rain, eating figs straight from the tree, a dream of sailing around the isles. She was wed in the month of clans, to her sailor cousin from Culero, oh the cousin, huh? A shrill bird drilling at my chest. She was dying in the month of songs, struck by a disease from the east, a terrible kiss on her distant lips. Yeah, this place is a living tragedy. I do wonder what is the like intended way to get here. Because I feel like I went a little bit past it. But maybe I think about the game wrong. Oh, he has a rope here. Okay, I got my answer. But blinking work too. I played so many Belmonts and Belmont adjacent characters that I forget that I can just jump in the water. But reading the charms that let you swim better reminded me of it. And it was really fun in the intro level to just sneak past the guards by swimming. Okay, one more charm collected.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Please
Oh, here's the title screen scene. The boldest measures are safest.
Be advised that
Like, it's classic authoritarian state that flash the slogans everywhere until you start believing they are true. I think that's literally something that the Mustache Man recommends in his famous book. Hello, Sammy. Bioshock? Yeah, kinda like Bioshock. Not very much, but a little bit. You can get past this wall of light a number of ways. Oh, it's teaching me freedom of choice. This is new for console gamers. Disable it by removing the whale oil tank. Climb up the crates to the right and use the roof while still even telling me where to go. Find another path by following the street to the right. Possess a rat and use a small tunnel to the left. Do I have the spell that possesses the rats? And can I even buy it? Bioshock is good. There is something kind of similar. I think these both games being made in Unreal Engine make them look a little bit similar. But this game has such a strong art direction that it doesn't even really matter. And I think Unreal Engine 3 has a pretty nice look. So possession, I need one more rune, and I can't find my way to that one, so I know what to do to get it. I don't remember how weak Corvo's legs are. Oh shit, all those rats! And now Ash, how brutal. So this is what the Wall of Light is. It told me so many ways to go through, but can I just not blink? I mean, can I just blink, I mean? I got my answer. I guess it being electricity is the implication that no matter how fast you go through it, it will still zap you. So there should be a whale thing somewhere that I can disable. Get rid of that. But I pretty much got past it by doing a blink somewhere else. What mission did I have in Dr. Galvani's offices? Let me make sure. And I will soon find the button that shows you these. What was the first game to call teleportation blinking? The thing that pops into my mind is the Dungeons & Dragons enemy Blink dog that teleports by blinking around. I think there's a spell in that too, like Blink, which is a short teleport. I don't know, I have a feeling it might be from some like fantasy novel or something. Clovering Boulevard. I don't have anything to do exactly in Dr. Galvani's offices, but I'm gonna visit there anyway. I think there were some guards here just now. Oh, it's just taken over by the guards. It's an optional objective. Well, why wouldn't I do it? Sneaking. With my blade in hand that I'm not gonna use. Yeah. Yeah, you don't see anybody. Was that guy a little slow, or am I imagining things? Or can... In the last level it was established that the enemy AI can see through glass. Maybe he thought that Corvo in the Iron Mask was like a display item. Yeah, I'm a heavy quick loader. Now you see me that I'm not actually visible?
Huh? What was that? Hey, what was that? I know I heard. What the fuck?
This is not going too well. I saw a tweet from some video game designer. Who was it? I don't remember right now. But he said that quick saving and no, manual saving and loading are like mistakes of video game design.
What the fuck?
I'm not doing well at all. This is horrible. Problem there was that I wasn't in the sneaking mode. I think the comparison was that manual saves, quick saves included, are like chicken nuggets of video games. Like it might feel like a good idea to consume, but it like poisons the whole game design from the inside. Which is a very harsh assessment of chicken nuggets. I think a way to solve it by quite a lot is just like have an option that, you know, turn off manual saves if you want to have that. You can actually list it the same as arsenic. Yeah, I heard they have like different ingredients all over the world. This is the third stricture, excerpt from a work detailing one of the 7 strictures. They are like strict scriptures. Restrict the restless hands, which quickly becomes the workmates of the outside. Oh, it is like the idle hands are the tools of the devil. Unfettered by honest labor, they rush to sordid gain, vain pursuits, and deeds of violence. Of what value are the hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plough, the fork, and the spade. For even the lowless labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. This is like a Lutheran work ethic in a nutshell. Maybe Protestant in general. Like, just do the work. Don't ask questions. Avoiding rat plague. Oh, this is a good stuff. Much of the public still harbors false beliefs related to the plague. It is not true that the bile from river crusts will protect against contraction of the disease, nor is it true that crushed Morley orchids act as a remedy, though it is speculated that both of these ingredients are used in both Sokolov's elixir and Pierrot's remedy. Consumption of these products before exposure to the plague constitutes the only known means of resisting the disease. Okay, so before you're exposed. Further, the Abbey of the Everyman warns against superstitious practices. Big pharma propaganda. These like 2 products, Sokolov Elixir and Pierrot's Remedy, are like the health and mana potions of this game. They have pretty good explanations why they work that way. Not only it is ineffective to burn 2 hackfish and a cat together. Oh. Inhaling the vapors while chanting the names of the plague dead, but it is also considered heresy by the overseers and will be met with the full measure of the Abbey's laws. This reminds me of Disco Elysium, where they have made like the sort of European liberalism into a religion. Like the very middle of the road, like a safe way of thinking. That's what Abbey of the Everyman brings to my mind. Yeah, I'd rather do something to keep my immune system while there's a plague going, even if it's eating seashells. Tell your neighbors and practice these things yourself. Avoid contact with the infected. Consume your ration of elixir daily, preferably in the morning, and report anyone suspected of carrying the plague. Everyone must work together to stop the spread of the dreaded contagion. This does sound a little bit familiar to what's happened like 7 years from this game's release. Yeah, you just consume the infected and avoid the elixir, then it's gonna be all fine. Yes, Slackjaw. The offenses of this man are high crimes under the strictures of the High Overseer, the municipal laws of the City Watch of Dunwall, and the edicts of our brave Lord Regent in these times of peril. But yeah, more than anything, I would say this game is pretty obviously based on Victorian England. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be all fine. It's gonna be a successful stealth choke. Here's a hard-to-see corner where nobody will check. Didn't I get rid of this guy already? Non-lethal playthrough? Yeah, that's what I'm attempting. Okay, I'm gonna be more careful. So there's the one guy, and the other one that saw me. I think we was to the right of here, like in the blind spot. Yeah, the keyhole seemed to be moving. I got some like enhanced keyhole skill last time. And maybe that did it, because I didn't remember them moving from last time. Yeah, keyhole plus.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm done with that place.
Buy your ration of elixir from today?
Bug someone else.
Oh, good conversation. Even if it's a non-lethal playthrough, it doesn't need that I need to handle every single guard. If you could plus any of her real life skills, what would it be? Falling asleep. It would be really useful to do that more quicker and more reliably than I can do now. Yeah, sleep plus in general would be just great. Feeding log. So, feeding humans, feeding whale meat, human torso. And with previous maid servant. I will have maid servant, what is that? Instead of cannibalism, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, here's one of the elixirs, the health version.
I know you're somewhere around here.
I guess they found the unconscious guard.
I'll find you.
Point servants are the lowest case in the 5-minute regime. Yeah, that could be another like sneaking game setting. Born and raised in Bristol. Oh, that's a very good fake British name. I spent my formative years in our small cities before settling in magnificent Dunwall. There, in the capital city, I learned to appreciate the finer things. When the opportunity arose to document my travels to Sir Connors, Tivia, and finally Morley, I left my position as a clerk for the late Lord Estamont. Perhaps like so many in Dunwall, I suffered from being excessively cultured. Suffering from being excessively cultured is also very British. But I found Morley disappointing. Over the course of this journal, I will explain why I found the Festival of Churners to be tiresome despite the high banners, bare feet, and red robes. Not even the bare feet won you over. And why their renown, jellied ox tongue, is something I will be struggling to forget for many years to come. That does not sound pleasant. Like I've heard, I haven't tried, the experience of eating tongue is that first of all, it is, like it has those tongue knobs on it, which is a horrible thing to feel and realize. And secondly, it has like a sort of film that's on top of it, but that might be from faulty cooking though. What happens when you watch too many Far Out theory videos? Like you become excessively cultured. Yeah, that's a good diagnosis for it. Oh, here is a tree, you know, eating tray of the thing. Galvani pantry key, okay. Where were the stairs again? You pull the tongue skin off, then you cook the inner tongue, and it just tastes like normal beef, so it's pointless. Yeah. Oh, you made beef tongue tacos. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Wait, did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah.
Oh?
I think so.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere, the doctor said.
Vital essence?
On the door
Does that
handles?
mean guts?
I think so. So your hands need scrubbing. You're unclean.
Unclean. That's
I think they are like literally more advanced in this sense than like actual Victorians by knowing about hygiene.
All right. What is he doing there all day? Ambrose says he breeds rats that carry the plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. I hear his new elixir is twice as good against the plague.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. Royal physician or not, I hear Telly's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't have the endurance for it.
It's pretty fun that you get like both story and character beats in the conversations you can overhear. If I had a business, I would put "you are unclean" on the inside of bathroom doors. Yeah, that's a good reminder.
What will I do now?
Travel to Pandysia. Like, I think there aren't many RPG mechanics here, but what really makes it very RPG-like is that this is like a complete world. It's not just Dunwall, it's like a... They wrote a huge world for this game, and it's pretty interesting too. The men I set out with are good sailors. No doubt half of them have cut their teeth on the rascally pirate ships spawned into Zirconian Archipelago. Yeah, the spawned verb. There's a lot of flavor here. Or they were, I should say. Half of them died before we sighted the broken red cliffs welcoming those who would visit the far continent, as it is called. Sickness, infighting, poisoned by a school, or one would say a flock, of small fish that fly over the waves like birds, landing in the hundreds across the deck. Pricking any they touch with their toxic quills, of that toxic fish that fly into a boat. Thrown overboard by gusting demon winds, the quiet Tivian navigator simply dead in his bunk, wrapped in his white furs, eyes wide with terror. Few have crossed the ocean, and the distance to Pandysia is greater than most would imagine. This was Australia, obviously. Most died climbing the cliffs, and now with but a handful I stand looking across the greatest expanse of that land exists. Greatest expanse of land that exists. Yeah. My allies are frightened, for this is beyond them, and now their captain is dead too, stung by something that resembled a prairie mole, but reacted with great apoplectic outrage when handled. Apoplectic. So it falls on me to lead them. Yeah, this is an entirely like world of its own. And just in this house, I think I've learned the name of like 3 different continents and many different countries. And yeah, I've been there, like, having the phantom need of taking care of every single enemy in the stealth game, just bringing me more trouble. Like, I just can't bring myself to read the books in, like, Elder Scrolls game, for example. But I already am more interested in this world. Like, there are some interesting books in Elder Scrolls, but many of them... they are already long, I think, is the main problem. But these being just excerpts are, I think, a far better approach. It's kind of quiet here. Now it really feels like I'm playing a more modern Thief, which I couldn't stop mentioning last time. Like the mansion level that Thief starts with is a very good level. Enjoy the painting. Maybe you'll have dreams of it. Ha ha ha. Is it the non-lethal route if I throw her at the fireplace? She's gonna say nice and warm. What is a machine that turns games into thinking about different games? I think I thought about this earlier. Like, the problem is that I can't reference movies or literature. I just know video games. So they are my points of reference. Okay. Definitely not much to find here. Just one asshole. Oh, I failed an on-theater run by killing the glass. Mortally wounded cabinet. Here's some concept art put to good use. But there's a cool, like, painting normal map on that. Yeah, like this game managed to pick a art style that looks completely timeless. Bioshock Infinite without being a shit game? Yeah, a little bit like that. The outside city in Bioshock Infinite might be a little bit more impressive, but I think this is more purposeful than just like plain impressive. And this has the same main art as Half-Life 2, and I think having that kind of team is a pretty good asset of making a good-looking aesthetic for your game. Oh, this is the way out. So, the mystery here is the code. I haven't seen any hints, like what could be the combination here? The last time the combination was in the same room as the safe, but that was tutorial level. I don't think this is that simple. And this just like connecting into an optional level from the main path is a lot like Deus Ex level design. This is oh, there's like a six-eyed caribou and whatever this is. I think what makes this kind of world cool is that it is kind of like a realistic fantasy world. Like, it is made up, but there's an effort to make it believable and connected. I've been invited to the soiree at the Boyle Estate. Of course I won't attend. The 28th day of the 7th month, the month of high cold, is the day I met Anton Sokolov at the academy. Why would I tarnish the anniversary of the most important day of my life by licking aristocratic boots? I have no time for fools. I will be solving the riddle of this plague. Perhaps I'll raise a cup of Tivian Red. So yeah, the one who makes the red potions lives here. And now I have his watch. Now I find the important date. I wonder if that's useful. 28/7, so they used the only sensible way to order the dates. There's sleep dots too, that you can take care of enemies, you know, from a distance. I used that to save Granny Rags last time. Is there like still one more floor higher? I think before I go there, I'm gonna open the safe. Not these. Alright, making sure I got the dates. I think it's in mission clues. 28/7. I would prefer having to read the whole book again to get this, if you don't remember it. But like I said, this is the time when video games started figuring out how to be casual. Oh, here's like whole gold. Okay, I'm gonna check out the last floor. I'm gonna use my amazing skill of detective vision to see if there's any guards. There is one. I think this and Blink might be too strong, at least against these basic enemies. I say when I get caught instantly. Never mind.
No, stupid goddamn dumb son of.
Okay, where can this guy be warned at? This might even be a good hiding spot. throw with the ragdoll is so satisfying. Dear Miss Benton, when cleaning my study, I ask that you constrain your efforts strictly to the floors. Please, at all costs refrain from attempting to clean or arrange my bookshelf. In fact, it would be best to keep away from it altogether. Otherwise, I'll have to reconsider the terms of employment. Also, there's like a secret book to pull in the bookcase. Regrets, Dr. Galvani. P.S. Since I'll be out of the city for a few days, I've left next week's pay as well. The bank was closed, so I'm afraid it's short by half. You can count on me for a reminder next week, of course. The actual reason why there's money on display. I think the one that was addressed to might be the one who's warming up by the fireplace now. Hello, rats. So, rat viscera leads here. I wonder what that is. A little bit ominous here with the evil redness. Oh, it's another door to Galvani's study. Galvani, the latest case should arrive within a week, containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting a fuzzy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city. Poor bastards. Don't know what fuzzy jaw is. But white phosphorus is something real, unfortunately. Sorry you have to practice in secret. The vivisectionist should be celebrated. Yeah, vivisectionist is the most Victorian profession. Revered even. Cutting up rats should be done in the town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes. Not in some dirty little secret room hidden behind a wall of books. Anyway, lucky for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember, it might be a month before I can put together another shipment. It's Artemis More. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We have stayed fairly insulated from the plague, since so few came and go here, and we have got quite the stock of Tivian brandy. Aussie sounds like the word in the Aussie genre. Oh, they do that with white phosphorus? Oh, it's another 28-7, like if you missed the previous one. Taking my head. Wool rat feeders, is this something to eat? No, it's just something to carry. There goes the feeders. Nice picture. But these must literally be from the artist I just mentioned, these paintings. Interesting. It's seeds and filaments and... I learned something here. River crusts are vulnerable when they open their protective shells to spit acidic slime at prey. Oh, those will be like plant enemies later. I think they were part of the phony cure. In any good video game, you can spin the globe and flush the toilet. I'm pretty sure you can do both in this game. But do they have toilets yet? What I meant earlier about Victorians not having... Well, let's take a look at the globe. That's why did not take a look at that? Because this is the fantasy world that they have been talking about. Is the horrible, like, faraway continents here somewhere? I bet we are here somewhere. But it is like a very bloated Europe. Like, if Europe and Africa were like one continent, and even that is like very rough approximation of it. And Asia just doesn't exist. And yeah, I think I can see the far-off continent there of somewhere. But I was about to say that I think it was still in Victorian times that like microbe theory didn't exist yet, which means that doctors were proud about their like hands being bloody all day, or surgeons even, when they went from like patient to patient, because they just weren't aware that that's the way they're gonna spread the disease. And to my knowledge, it's like the biggest breakthrough in healthcare that the import of washing your hands was discovered. But in this game, they like discussed scrubbing your hands. So in this world, whatever time period this is, they have already like discovered that. Rat plague. For over a year, I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands. Given their rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. I think that's kind of like Black Plague worked, like centuries ago. Blood of the Rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town, in the slums, exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit the younger strain of plague. Oh, this sounds like a conspiracy. Could this mean that the rats were transported to the slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I am living proof that Sokolov's elixir and Piro's remedy are very effective at protecting against the plague if one consumes enough of the stuff. Oh, he likes both. Unearthing the conspiracy is also part of this, like, this genre. I'm sorry for reading this much, but I don't want to skip them. Rat behavior and examination. Used to be you'd go out with the bag, a stick, and with the nail at the end, and catch as many rats as you could in the night. The city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone, and we got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we'd hire a crew of street brats to work with us, the younger ones who didn't make trouble. We'd pay them with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different, meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself. If you got cornered, they'd turn and swarm would come back at you. Yeah, seeing the rats eat people alive in the first level was kind of harrowing. I barely got away with my skin a few times, down into sewers. The bites hurt afterwards, but it was the sounds they made that stayed in your dreams at night. It got more dangerous, and the city watch started paying better. But that didn't last long, because after a while, too many people had been stripped clean trying to fill a bag. One slip and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down to the bone. That's how I lost my poor Benji. Oh. I read about somebody who lost an eye in an owl attack. And she said that, like, she keeps having dreams where the owl is coming at her face. Oh, I don't think she lost her eye completely, like, but it got, like, badly mangled and retained very little vision. I would like to see an owl live, but I wouldn't want that to happen. Which I guess is needless to say. Oh, this is the toilets. Instead of flushing, that's what they use. Flushing is just changing this here. I last time complained of the term immersive sim, but it is immersive to see the toilet system of a world. Leviathan Sorrow. Little is known of Pakori, credited with this series of pamphlets arguing against the whaling trade. While he's gifted, his views are nonsense and threaten the economic underpinnings of the empire. 1. Enslavement. On the breeding and husbanding of whales versus hunting the beast in the wild after a natural and free life cycle, Pakori offers no solutions for where these massive malevolent creatures might be pastured. Oh, this is like he's like an animal activist of this world. 2. Dissolution. Laments on the destruction of social bonds between herd members. Pakori actually uses the term families. I would say this is pretty realistic of a reaction towards thinking of animal rights of like early 20th century. Drivel on the aesthetic wonder of what is in reality the great and terrible ocean that ever threatens to swallow us. Japan, I think, still has this attitude toward whales and ocean life. Includes arguments on the gentle nature of the brutes, a notion refuted by the seamen who return to shore, wide-eyed with tales of the whale's savagery. 4. Disruption. Here Pakori is on his weakest footing, issuing a furious warnings against the displacement of transference of natural beasts from their native environments. Yeah, I would allow to sit on the toilet while reading this. But it's certainly more immersive to read that like reaction to somebody wanting to, you know, protect whales than the original text. There's like double the flavor. I found the lab key, and I wonder if this is the lab. Oh, I guess this is the lab. But there is still one room I couldn't access, which is the dog room, or what are the beasts is there. I think that might be the most secret part of this level. I want to try once more to get there. Or maybe I'll check first, like, is this a balcony? Is this a different street? Just quickly.
Look out.
It is like a balcony, yeah. Yeah, but from here you can blink wherever you want. Actually, I can't blink that far. Can I blink to the roof is the most interesting question to me. Answer is no. Like these high walls hit. Obviously, like limit what needs to be shown in the level. But nowadays not needing those kind of limitations and being able to make like open worlds pretty easily. I think that's the only lesson to games with proper like level design. Like when you need to think about sight lines and like loading spots, it encourages good level design to a certain degree. I'm not going to use these seem less lethal. While otherwise, like open world, I would say discourages good level design. But there are games like Elden Ring that have open world and very good level design, but it is not the standard. Have the Frida's butterflies? I think they have a kneel through them. Kinda too late for them. I want to see if you can slash apart a painting. You probably can't. No, it would have been a cool detail, but maybe require more physics than PS3 could have handled. Oh, maybe I can see the secret key with my, you know, weird heart.
I will be glad to rest.
Nobody. Yeah, pantry key. I wonder where... Oh, the maid might have it. If this was a boomer shooter, the painting texture would have changed to a texture with the big slash through it. Yeah, but that's a very different art style. And I think that's not a genre if you want to go to boomer shooter or retro shooter. It's one of those genres that does come with some, like, expectation about the art style. It probably looks like Doom or Duke Nukem Forever. More than anything else. So I'm gonna check the pockets of the maid. Do you have the pantry key? No? Let's get, better look. I don't think she has it. Did I gain any clues about the pantry key included somewhere? I think in the feeding log maybe. Yeah, the tossing around doesn't seem non-lethal, like in all cases, but as long as Corvo feels free of guilt, it's gonna be fine. Instead of a previous maid servant, I got an idea. It might not work, but if this works, I think it's a good level of interaction, let's say. Here you go, dog. Oh, hey, there's keys here. Oh, it was right next to the door. I can't believe it. Oh shit, oh, there's another one there. You don't need to get me.
You're going down.
Oh, now they got to the maid. Good.
Help me look for him. I heard you there. What now?
Can I gain anything else here? Was that really it? Non-lethal deal about rats. You are right. I think that does not fit the non-lethal route. But it is cool. This is a great feature in the game. And you can really see like them losing their limbs and even clothes and skin. Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah, I didn't know how big part of the rats were in this game. I know there were rats, but I didn't know about their gameplay component. And their gameplay side is great. If I do want to do this non-lethally, is there even a way to do so? I guess closing every door? Maybe it helps to some degree. And then I stand here where rats can't reach me probably. Game is $2. Okay, that's a pretty good price for this because this is a good game. I don't think this is working out. Maybe I'm gonna skip the rat pantry just this time. I don't know if this is something you can do, but I seem to be able to chopping off rats. Compared to the previous thing I did, this is very unexciting. Yeah, it was finite number. I noticed them going down and it did work. And now they are looking for the next victim. In the end, there is almost nothing in this room. I don't think this is worth it. Like the treasure is only $20. And I don't see anything else here. Somebody mentioned last stream that you can kill a couple of guards and still like get the so-called non-lethal ending. Yeah, I guess I killed like the edge of the rat swarm. They don't seem to be eating anybody. They are just, you know, enjoying life together with the guards. I'm gonna now leave the house before it gets worse. So that was completely optional level, but it was cool. Was that the higher balcony last time? Probably not. I'm gonna skip these guards and go down here. You tame the rat swarm and it'll now appear in the ending reformed. Yeah, I taught them a lesson. Okay, this street is ratified. You could say that the rats need some eradication. And here's the advertisement for the plague. That is very popular nowadays. This has to lead to somewhere cool. It literally does not need to lead somewhere cool, but I hope it does. Oh, it's a way to skip the rats. Nice. But I do not know where I'm going. Let's take a look at my heart and see if there's anything cool nearby. Well, here's a bone charm. And on the roofs, I should be safe from the guards. You can kill a few gospel level. Yeah, I heard about the chaos rating. It. I love this sort of level design where you can like find connections between buildings. In every game where you can go on the roof is a game where I'm probably gonna enjoy the level design. One surprising series that does it is 3D Dragon Quest, where you can explore the towns in much more detail than you can usually in like turn-based RPGs. This here is my nemesis. It's a rune somewhere where I don't know how to get to, but I'm gonna try this route and maybe find some way. That seems to be something at least. House orders. Plant your ass on the roof and watch the street. See who comes to the almshouse and see if that old lady knows anything. She's blind, but maybe she heard something. I know the lady. But Slackjaw. And Slackjaw was the like a wanted criminal that posted inside the previous house.
Report all deceased family members to the local dead counter. Unreported deaths are a punishable offense.
That's why I read the books. I think this gave this game kind of gives you what you give it. Like if you take your time to absorb the details, you can make connections. Hey, that seems to be outside the level border. Still have no idea how to get to that motherfucking rune. Well, I'm on a different roof now. This game is kind of my middle point between playing Deus Ex and playing something newer. I thought this fit like this scratches some of the same things, and but it's not as retro as Deus Ex. I don't know how to get to the rune. I'm gonna give up on it. Rewire tool. Disable security devices or make them work in your favor by using rewire tool on the security panel. I see, I see. So it's like the multi-tool from Deus Ex. A lot of money here. And it's good flavor that it's not always in the form of coins. It's also like in bought items. Yep, there's a real ka-ching apartment. Nate, drop point has changed. Leave it in the shitter under the bridge. If the elixir ain't there, you don't get paid. Shitter under the bridge. Good to know. I saw Slackjaw with your mother. Yeah, I saw him with your father. They both write in the same typeface. All these criminals have the same font. This is kind of like my apartment. It's comfy in here. If I had bombs from the previous game, I would throw one here. Or Street Boys. I need to say it that way. I'm kind of like lost my focus on what I was supposed to do. Oh, here's the bone charm I was ogling at a certain point. Well, the blink is not powerful enough to get you anywhere you want. I know there's a bone charm nearby, that's why I'm here. But I need to loot first, I need my money. No, you get like as many powers as you want, and if you play on keyboard, you can put like one power on every number, and there's a lot of powers you can choose from. And they don't have any Bioshock like 2 limitation. A Gaffer's Tale. Vol 1, or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow, and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded the ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with the whaling ship was the most exciting thing I've ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the Gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beast up close. So Gaffer is like a whale hunt, I guess. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so, as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. And yeah, whales are like the backbone of the whole society. Or the whales are their power source. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me, so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. It is like, without any exaggeration, a whale-based economy. Whale-based society even, because well, energy is how everything works. It is like the basis of everything. Whale-based existence, well, the existence of the city. I think the city would like it works on these sort of like electricity lights and such. Would crumble pretty quickly without the whales. Hear somebody snoring nearby. I'm going in circles a little bit, but the rune I'm looking for... Oh, it's very close actually. You can see how excited I am from the heart. That's what I see when I see a collectible nearby. Or what I feel. Yeah, charms are bone-based. But you know what? They are whale bones. So it's all a big line. I once again can't see how to get there. There is some tricks about getting into these interiors. Oh, there's a toilet again. Good spot next to the rats. I don't think I have the feel yet for getting into the interior spaces. I'm not sure if you can blink through small openings, but I would say because the window was closed, I cannot go through it. Oh wait, is this the other side? No, that's where I came from. I have concluded that I like playing this with the controller. I'm a fake PC gamer. I really do like playing with the controller. I'm gonna try the window. Maybe I'm gonna shoot at it. Maybe that will open it. That's also a sign of the resistance, I think. Of some faction, at least. That is not the way inside. Like, somebody keeps yelling, "I'm trapped, let me out," and things like that. I'm gonna try to get to the charm a little bit more. I'm gonna give up soon because I don't want to get stuck here all night. See some new places too. This is also giving me a feel for like what is the in the toilet. That's a good place to get trapped. I'm kind of learning like what are the limitations of Blink, because there are a couple. I think you need to see to the spot or like just a bit above it to be able to blink.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Just back here now. I didn't make didn't really make my way anywhere.
Due to contamination. Barrow's Barbershop and Surgery, the Duke and Dancer Ale House, Merritt's
This open up notes looks very
Pennyworth's
closed.
Tack and Saddle Emporium, and the Smoke Street Dice Hall.
Own charm is closed too. Maybe going from underneath? It's very possible. Oh, this where I could use the tool I gained, but I don't need to use it here at all. Sheeta under the bridge was one hint I found. I don't think it's this bridge. But you can look in the trash bin. Get some treasures. That's a trick to get rich in real life. Look for the treasures people are thrown away and pick them up. I do really not need every single charm and rune in the game, so... yeah. Then if you can't find in the trash, just get in a people's house and they are bound to have copper wire somewhere. Like, open their PC to find some copper. Hey, that's a place that looks like it's underneath something. No, it's nothing. Yeah, my goal is not 100%, and this game is supposed to be replayed. Don't need to get everything on the first try. I'm not finding my way.
Cross the line, and you'll have your throat.
I'm not finding my way to the bone charm, so... It's fine. It's not fine. Speaking of dark tunnels to nowhere, what do you think the deal is with that little alcove in Zora's domain? I don't remember what it looks like right now. Like, do you mean the underwater one or some other one? Or is it like on the water? Can it be over this time? I see. I guess I don't have the quest or something. Yeah, the underwater one. I've looked at it. I tried to get to the Triforce room, of course. It's a generational experience. But even when I read it as like a 14-year-old, I knew enough about game design to think that this is like cut content. There is no hidden Triforce room here. Yeah, it might have just been a piece of heart that they moved somewhere else. It might have been simply like annoying to get, and that's it. Nothing special, more special than that. But of course, it's much more mysterious when you don't know. Okay, there's a nice pile of rats. I'm gonna go to some more reasonable objective. Let's try to go through that wall of light. And maybe get somewhere. Okay, he's looking away. This might be my chance to slip through. Oh,
Is it on?
What's it look like?
he just turned, so it was lucky that I got here.
Go on. Toss the damn rat already.
Well, Ocarina of 3D, Ocarina of Time 3D would have been a good chance to put something like that, but... Of course, there's nothing new because it has to be boring. I'm gonna vaporize myself here and be happy of not feeling anything anymore. Okay, so that's not the way to get through there.
Dragged off by the overseers.
Getting through here seems like quite the challenge,
I don't
actually.
need shit from you.
There's a lot of guards, and then there's the wall of light that insta-kills you. East, unlucky one. Wait, it's a thug. It's not even an enemy. Too bad for him. I realized that too late. Okay, these looks exactly like the way to go around the wall of lights.
Whaler's gaff hand. 50 years old at least. This guy fought for the Empress.
Forget his old ass.
Yep, he'll be alright. Just some light brain damage.
We tagged it plain. Under Clavering Street is ours.
I think the thugs are still on my side.
What's the take?
Maybe I'll just go
+2 elixir.
to a Hulk.
Who do we have? Come on! I'm gonna loot your...
No.
At least. This guy fought for the Empress.
Forget his old ass. I can't even... Hey, what the...
No, you can't see me behind the wall. I wasn't even crouching.
This guy fought for the
The crouch in this game isn't super crouchy.
I can't even remember the Empress. We tagged it plain. Under Clavering Street is ours.
Lunar bone jam nearby. Okay, I'm deep into the level. I want at least one. Oh, there's the rune. It's right on the route. Let's take a look like this. And then inside his little iron cage, whatever this is. Oh, there's many more guards than I thought. I think now's a good time to do this. Die, you crusty bastard. What is going on in the distance?
How old did you say your sister was?
It's a good mutation of the Oblivion senseless conversation, and they just don't like talking to each other. They don't have to have those brainless pseudo conversations they do in Elder Scrolls 4. Even though those are funny. And could very well be ending comment in one of those. I got a rune, I can buy something. I want to buy... What do I want to buy? The secret system through walls. How do I possess rats? It has to be possession. Yeah, this is the one I absolutely want. I don't know if it's gonna be useful, but it's fun. Oh, any animal includes humans, as it should. But yeah, I didn't actually expect that. And if your host were to die, you would endure the same fate. Level 2 for humans. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, level 2 you can possess people. I see. 2 out of 7 runes. That kinda calls to looking for all of them. Corporal Meadows. We found this strange rune on the woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since the thing looks superstitious, we set it aside for the overseers. After your shift is over, take it to them for disposal or whatever they do with them. Don't forget. It seems to me that they're like religious. Religion is kind of like anti-superstition. In a way, they like praise rationality. If I'm getting the right impression. Wrong button. I was mashing the quick save button like my life depended on it. Because of moments like that. Well, who was it? Who saw me? Oh, that guy.
Huh?
Damn it. Turn into a rat? Oh yeah, you turn into the thing. That is true. Let's try that out right now. Actually, I'm gonna try a sleeping arrow first. First, do I have sleeping arrows equipped? I don't know if I actually done anything. I can try soon. But this should be a way to take care of the guard. It doesn't work so well when other people see it. Next thing, do I turn into the rat? Answer is yes, you do. So it should be very useful for sneaking through things. Okay, this is more useful than I expected. And then to make sure it works that way, oh, you can't go through tiny spaces. That would have been cool as a rat. Minish rat. Yeah, you do appear where you go. So the powers are like really strong. This is the next part of the main mission. There's optional objectives here too. Ensure Captain Kerno survives his visit to the office of the High Overseer. Oh, it isn't the same place. Oh, I never picked up a sample of infected rat viscera. The bone charm essentially doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. It's gone. I need to go back to the house. To
they cut the flesh of the dead and trap lightning from the sky.
Dr. Galvani's house to get the rat viscera because it seems I forgot all about it. I'm gonna take a look around here just to know what's here. I don't remember how I got here. I don't remember at all. We're through here, maybe? Oh, here. Here's the route. Every place is filled with enemies. But blinking is very fast sometimes. Kinda frustrating that I need to go back to the house. But I don't want...
Look out. You got a problem.
Yeah, good old rat would help me a long way. Can you get into the rat hovels? And I don't know why I'm calling this sewers that. Yeah! So these are new routes you open up as a rat. Incredible. And here's the office.
I see you there.
That's not fair.
I know you're here.
I'm just gonna run through and get the rat viscera. But yeah, rat-based shortcuts, that's just great. Love it. Yeah, it might be... Getting the bone charm might literally be rat-based. You could have just left me alone. Now I need to load the quick save again. Which is fucking here! God damn it. Okay, any rats around? I don't see any.
I get okay. Keep banging around.
I'm playing like I don't think this is a very pleasant way to play. Just skipping around and letting everybody see me. It's kinda unsatisfying. But this is definitely what I should have done last time. Here we go. I see rat holes all the way around. But to make sure where the rat viscera was, I think it's shown on your radar. There. I still don't know where the shouts of pain are coming from. I'm pretty sure there were some rats in this corridor. Yeah, the main character is Corvo, which is very crow-like. I haven't seen any crows in the game though. It would be really fun. Oh yeah, the book I forgot. Yeah, I even mentioned there's gonna be a fake book, and of course there was. And here's the mission objective. For whatever reason I want this. What do I gain from this? I don't know. Contaminate the Bottle Street gang's bootleg elixir with plague. Oh, I see. I forgot if that was the objective before. But contaminating someone's elixir with plague sounds so fun that I'm gonna do it. I've been asked to tell the problem, so here it is. It's been every year that we work like men gone mad during the month of nets. I don't hardly see my family. It's bad enough that the works is clogged with the trash from the catch, pieces of crates and nets, but the water smells of hagfish guts too. We got to get it done before the month of rain, or you know what, I'm slowly learning the month names. And it ain't like we get help from those pricks in civil engineering either. Been at this job for night on 28 years, and I never seen one of them gone below. Does somebody really write with the accent? Except to measure Willet's hold when they go putting up one of their fancy new bridges. I think it would be weird to me if somebody wrote with their accent, but maybe English do it. So these last 3 years been the worst, and here's why. Is the river crusts moved into the works. We hear a man ahead yell and scream like he's burning up, and we all climb it fast, no other choice. All the English people I've been in contact with have talked about like the way they talk English more than I've heard with like any other speaking language, I'd say. Like it seems very important to them in my small anecdote, like where they are from, and so maybe they write with their accent because of that. I'd say it's unlikely though. I think that's just some like weird sort of like genre cliche that a letter might appear like that. And in the localized Dragon Quest games, they definitely use their accent as much as possible. Because those games are infected with an obsession over accents. This seems much emptier than before. Where is everybody? I think they're all the other... That wasn't what I was planning to do. One game I kinda want to replay that reminded me is Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, which has the classic like a game over commentary from the main character, where he says that no, that's not how the story goes, which is I think a generally charming idea. And I remember the game being pretty fun and likable, but also kind of repetitive, especially the combat. But I remember the level design being pretty fun, and it being fun to run around on the walls. And oh, you say there's a bone chum nearby? Would I say no to that? Maybe with rats I can find it? I think this is the same one that brought me pain earlier. With the eyes of a rat, I'm gonna take a fresh look at it. There it is. There might be a rat
Dunwall
hole
citizens,
here somewhere.
John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are
John
liable to
Clavering. Oh,
search or imprisonment at the
I thought for a
discretion
moment
of
that
the
John
city
is like the name of the road. It's like John Road. But no, it's a name of the person who the road was named after. Okay, here's the first step of my plan. It's a rat. It's a rat pot. Don't see any rat holes. Could there be a rat hole leading towards the charm or the rune? I hate that message. Bane of my existence. I almost want to look it up, but maybe I shouldn't. It's gonna become an even worse obsession of me if I do. Alright, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and have a good tabletop night. I'm gonna play for about 50 minutes more. And I hope it's not all gonna be spent on looking for ways to the runes and bone charms. I see a rat. More rat holes. Oh, there's somebody there. That must be in the building where the rune is hidden. Another rat. Like, it's this building, but it doesn't have any open doors as far as I can tell. And I feel like I'm gonna learn something about this game's like logic, if I can. Oh, could it be just a whiskey distillery? Could it really be like me seeing into that level? That's not usually how it works. But this is the place where I want to go to poison their supply for... I don't know, I don't even need a motivation for it. Hatters fired the first shot, but Bottle Street Gang fired the last. Oh, cool. One pretty unique feeling that this game has given me on this session is like being on the lookout for blink spots. And I always appreciate if a game gives you a reason to look at the level design very closely. And if the game has mechanics that encourage you to not look at the level design, like encouraging you to keep your eyes on the map or the detective vision, I think that's the opposite. That's disappointing. Alright, Heart. Tell me your secrets. There's one accursed bone charm hidden in this level. I think I might have been noticed. This is not going smoothly. I think it's better to try again. From the top.
You don't need a face like a hagfish. Pay up. Don't be sour.
Say, when's Slackjaw coming down?
Not till the next batch of elixirs done. He'll want to check on things.
I guess Slackjaw is their leader. That makes sense to me at least.
Everything's fine. I run the still.
Oh, I see a
run
rat
game of
hole.
dancing.
How convenient.
Yeah.
And that took my attention, and I didn't learn the notes I was supposed to learn. Let's see what I gained. Mission clues. In fact, anyone who drinks the elixir with the plague, that includes the Bottle Street Gang and the people who buy their black market elixir. This is sounding less and less like a good idea. Like, I don't want any outsiders getting infected. I said before I don't need a motivation, but I guess I would need a motivation to do something like this. And even a Bottle Street gang, like, why would they deserve the plague?
So we go to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, one of the other places, where they train the
So this brings me to a very good spot. Oh, could this be a use for a time stop mechanic? A spell? You keep that like in. There's a nice chain. This is a good point as I need to experiment. Like, can I blink to a chain? You can. That's very cool.
stuff you'd expect, but it gets weird. Some kind of machinery.
So what I'm gonna learn here, if nothing else, is that can I like keep the objective of poisoning the elixir?
You sure he wasn't drunk? Says he still hears it at night.
If there is like the chaos rating, I think it's just gonna increase if I put the plague into something.
That's an e-slapper, Rodney. Okay.
Like they are making the elixir illegally probably, but it's not like the legal sources are morally clean either.
So loudly they made quite a ride. The nobleman's wife took the butchering knife and carved herself some peace and quiet.
Yeah, that's a way to get peace and quiet.
The wife done cut up.
No, I'm not gonna drop assassinate.
Just now it's your turn.
Oh, let me think.
Oh, there was somebody behind me, and I even saw that person. I was just being hopeful that. Okay, so there is the guard. Much better take care of the guard before I go. You can stay right here. Crunch. Wait, here, there's somebody here too? God damn it. I don't think I was even fully detected. So I was acting a bit hasty. It's almost like a word that sounds when you turn on the night vision. Oh yeah, that guard is actually there, and there's a lower level. Now I see how it connects together. Now I can smoothly go through here. Nice. So there was the charm here somewhere. Where was it? It's right here. Okay, and now I'm gonna see what the elixir still. Does it have any options to me? Up there, so blinking is required. Blinking is the one magic spell you have by default. So I'm pretty sure how the game design works is that it expects you to have blink, but then others are like optional ways to approach. So standard in a game like this. It could of course be that this requires the longer range blink, but it doesn't. Okay, even if it seems to be kind of like a side of the thing, it still works. You swing your sword slightly faster. No thanks, but I just like collecting. And you can break a fall with the blink. That's very cool. Like a very cool active cinematic action. This is the worst door I've seen in my life. Oh, the least guarding one. They are sending out crates and doses. It's gonna be many families who die if I do this, and that's why I don't want to do it. I think I'm gonna research the reverberations of this a little bit. And decide next time what I'm gonna do. Or am I just gonna leave that objective unfulfilled? And I would be a little bit disappointed if there's no way to do a quest from your objective list in the way that you want. Like, I think in Skyrim, for example, I've been talking a lot about Elder Scrolls tonight. Like, the only way to end some sort of like evil aligned quests and get them off your list is to just kill the quest giver. And I think that's the wrong way to do it. I think there should be a way to finish every quest on the list in a way you want, but that's just my personal preference. This looks like a comfy chair. So here, being the 4 Slackjaw, first thing next time, I'm gonna deal with this somewhere, or decide not to deal with it. Maybe I'll take also a small look online, how to access certain collectibles in Dunwall. But I will make sure that I don't learn any spoilers, like do my utmost to provide my first reactions to future events on the stream. But it's just my gamer nature that it's simply hard for me to leave things behind without having any idea how to get to them. And of course, I only have myself to blame for that. Like, when I get to know how to get to those items, it's probably gonna be, like, nothing that complicated. But this is Dishonored for tonight. I'm very satisfied on my very varied selection of games that are ongoing now. And when I was playing Zelda earlier tonight, I was speaking about Steam achievement percentages and using a rat tunnel, which is the official name. That's been done by 31.8% of the players, so about 1/3. Let's see the others. Intro mission is completed by 83.7% of players. So most who started the game completed the intro, like by far the majority. But then collecting 10 bone charms, which happened to me inside the mission base very easily, that's completed by 55.5% of players. So it seems to me that like around 30% gave up after the intro. Which I guess is not the rare spot to stop a game that you maybe didn't enjoy that much. But I am enjoying this. I look forward to next time I get to play this next week. My whole summer concept is going to be that I'm going to play all of my ongoing games once a week. And do some double streams like this. But yeah, this is it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Here's a whale doing what is called a breach, not a jump. And to my knowledge, it's still a little bit unknown why whales do this. Like, they need to attain a very high speed before they can, like, jump and do a flip like this on the water surface. But it is theorized that they do this to have a, like, different sort of way to communicate with their, you know, community on other whales than making noises underwater. Like, it carries differently, maybe like a longer distance. And of course, like, they have big brains. Maybe they just like it to some degree. And one thing that has been discovered is that if one whale does it, many whales in the region also do the breach. So they maybe get inspired. That might be the wrong word to use for it. But hey, that really is all for tonight. It was fun to do double stream. I'll do more in the future for sure. I don't feel like invading anybody tonight. So, good night. Bye bye.